In the heart of Central America, nestled between the warm embrace of the Caribbean Sea and the distant shores of the Pacific Ocean, lies a land of extraordinary diversity. It is a country where rugged, cloud-draped mountains give way to fertile, sun-drenched valleys, where ancient Mayan ruins whisper stories of a brilliant civilization, and where a vibrant turquoise coastline is fringed by the second-largest barrier reef in the world. This is a land of lush rainforests, powerful rivers, and a rich mosaic of cultures that have learned to coexist with the rhythms of nature. This is Honduras. From above, it reveals itself as a landscape of dramatic and beautiful contrasts. The deep, seemingly infinite green of the interior, the brilliant crystalline blues of the Caribbean, and the warm, earthy tones of its colonial towns. The light here has a tropical intensity, a unique clarity that makes the colors of the marketplaces, the plumage of a scarlet macaw, and the brightly painted walls of a village home vivid. But to look closer, to move beyond the headlines and the well-trodden tourist paths, is to discover a nation of profound resilience, quiet strength, and enduring warmth. It is to find a society built on the unshakable bedrock of family, a culture woven from the threads of indigenous, African, and Spanish heritage, and a people whose lives are shaped by a deep and abiding connection to the land they call home. This is a story not of turmoil, but of the steady, dependable rhythm of everyday life. This is the story of how people live in the heart of Central America. The rhythm of daily life in Honduras begins with the first light of dawn, a rhythm that varies distinctly with the landscape. In the sprawling, high-altitude capital of Tegucigalpa, nestled in a mountain valley, the day starts with a rising hum of activity. The cool morning air is filled with the scent of strong, sweet coffee brewing in homes and the comforting aroma of fresh bread from the neighborhood panaderias. For many, the first stop of the day is for a semita, a sweet, dense bread, or a warm roll, a simple ritual of quiet connection with neighbors before the workday begins. The city's sounds build steadily with car horns, buses, and vendors. Along the northern Caribbean coast, in cities like La Ceiba, the gateway to the Bay Islands, the rhythm is different, softer. Here, the day is dictated not by the clock, but by the sea. The morning begins not with the sound of traffic, but with the gentle lapping of waves on the shore and the call of seabirds. Fishermen are already returning in their small, colorful boats, their nets full of the morning's catch, which will soon be sizzling in the kitchens of local homes and simple beachfront restaurants. The air is thick with salt, a constant reminder of the ocean's powerful presence. In the rural towns and mountain villages that dot the country's interior, life moves at an even more unhurried and deliberate pace. The day starts with the crow of a rooster and the quiet, methodical tasks of farm life, milking cows in the misty dawn, tending to crops of corn and beans that have sustained families for generations, or preparing for the arduous but essential work of harvesting coffee cherries on the steep, verdant hillsides. Here, the community is not just a concept, it is a daily reality. The Central Plaza, or Parque Central, is the heart of the town, a place where people gather in the evenings, where children play, and where the life of the community unfolds. Regardless of the setting, life is anchored in the bedrock of community and family. In the neighborhoods or colonias, doors are often left open, and the lines between private homes and public spaces are fluid and welcoming. Children play freely in the streets under the watchful eyes of the entire community, a collective sense of responsibility that creates a safe and nurturing environment. Neighbors are not strangers. They are an extension of the family, a reliable support network in times of need and celebration. The local pulperia, a small family-run convenience store, is more than just a place to buy essentials. It is a social hub, a place where news is exchanged, credit is extended based on a handshake, and connections are reaffirmed. This powerful sense of community, of mutual support, and shared experience is the invisible thread that weaves Honduran society together, providing strength and stability. Tradition in Honduras is not a relic of the past, preserved under glass. It is a living, breathing force that shapes the nation's identity and infuses daily life. The culture is a rich and complex tapestry woven from three main threads: the ancient heritage of its indigenous peoples, most notably the Lenca, who have inhabited the Western Highlands for thousands of years; the enduring legacy of its Spanish colonial past, which left its mark on the language, religion, and architecture; and the vibrant, rhythmic culture of the Garifuna people, descendants of West African and indigenous Caribbean people who settled the coast. This fusion is visible everywhere. It is in the country's religious celebrations, where Catholic traditions and saints' days blend seamlessly with indigenous beliefs and rituals. It is in the handicrafts, from the distinctive black and white pottery of the Lenca people, whose designs often reflect the natural world, to the hand-carved wooden masks used in traditional dances that tell stories of history and folklore. The Spanish influence is etched into the architecture of colonial cities like Gracias and Comayagua, with their whitewashed churches, central plazas, and red-tiled roofs, creating a timeless landscape. The soul of the nation is perhaps most vividly expressed in its music and dance. The rhythmic, powerful beat of the drums is the heartbeat of the Garifuna culture. Their music, a soulful and compelling blend of African and Caribbean influences, tells stories of their history, their struggles, and their enduring spirit. The punta, a traditional Garifuna dance characterized by its rapid hip movements, is an energetic and joyful expression of this heritage, a celebration of life. In the highlands, the music is different, with the gentle cascading notes of the marimba and the strumming of the guitar creating the melodies for folk songs that speak of love, nature, and the quiet beauty of daily life. At the heart of this cultural identity are the unshakable values of family and faith. Family is the central pillar of society, the source of one's identity, and the ultimate support system. Respect for elders, loyalty to relatives, and a deep sense of collective responsibility are the cornerstones of Honduran life. A Sunday gathering is a sacred ritual, a time for multiple generations to come together, to share food, to tell stories, and to reinforce the bonds that are the very foundation of their world. The Honduran economy is deeply connected to its land and sea. For centuries, agriculture has been the backbone of the nation, its fortunes rising and falling with the success of the harvest. The country's fertile volcanic soil and varied microclimates are ideal for growing a wide range of crops. Coffee is king in the highlands. Honduras is one of the world's top coffee producers, and the industry supports hundreds of thousands of families, forming the economic lifeblood of entire regions. The harvest is a labor-intensive process, with workers or cortadores meticulously hand-picking the ripe cherries on steep mountain slopes, a skill passed down through generations. In the hot, humid lowlands of the North Coast, the banana is the historic crop, its cultivation shaping the region's economy and history for over a century. Today, agriculture is more diverse, with African palm oil, melons, sugarcane, and shrimp farming becoming increasingly important exports. Along the coast, fishing remains a vital way of life for many communities, providing both sustenance for the family table and income from sales to local markets and restaurants. In the industrial hub of San Pedro Sula, the rhythm of work is different, faster, and more structured. Here, large textile factories, known as maquilas, are major employers, producing clothing for international brands. These factories provide crucial jobs, particularly for women, but are also part of a complex global economic system. The service industry, particularly tourism, is a growing and vital part of the economy. The pristine beaches and world-class diving of the Bay Islands, Roatán and Utila, and the magnificent Mayan ruins of Copán attract visitors from around the globe, creating jobs in hospitality and conservation. However, for a significant portion of the population, work is found in the informal economy. This is the economy of resilience and resourcefulness, a testament to the local entrepreneurial spirit. It is the street vendor selling fresh fruit juice, the family-run restaurant or comedor serving hearty lunches, the independent taxi driver navigating the city streets, the woman selling tortillas from her doorstep. This sector, while often overlooked in official statistics, is the engine that powers daily life for millions, a reflection of a culture of making do. The cost of living in Honduras presents a study in contrasts. In major cities like Tegucigalpa and San Pedro Sula, expenses can be high, particularly for housing in modern neighborhoods. A middle-class family's income often goes to rent, electricity, and schooling. However, life in smaller towns and rural villages is considerably more affordable. Here, families often own their homes, built over generations, or pay very modest rent. The pace of life is slower and less commercial, and many daily needs can be met through local production and exchange. Groceries are most affordable at the local markets, which are the vibrant heart of every town. Here, one can buy a wide array of fresh, locally grown produce: pineapples, mangoes, avocados, plantains, and dozens of varieties of vegetables for a fraction of the price in a modern supermarket. A family's weekly food budget can be managed economically by shopping at these markets and cooking at home. A typical lunch, or almuerzo, from a local eatery consisting of meat, rice, beans, and tortillas can be purchased for just a few dollars. Transportation is also relatively inexpensive. The public bus system, though often crowded and consisting of aging vehicles, is the most common and affordable way to travel both within cities and across the country. For the average Honduran family, managing the household budget requires careful planning and a culture of thrift. Incomes are modest by international standards, and many families rely on remittances sent home from relatives working abroad, particularly in the United States and Spain. These funds are a crucial lifeline, helping to pay for education, healthcare, home construction, and daily expenses. It is a life that prioritizes needs over wants, where the strength of family and community provides a safety net money cannot buy. Honduran food is a direct and honest reflection of its culture, hearty, flavorful, and unpretentious. The cuisine is a comforting and delicious blend of indigenous, Spanish, and Caribbean influences, built around a foundation of simple, fresh, and locally sourced ingredients. The undisputed national dish is the baleada. At its simplest, it is a thick, soft flour tortilla, cooked on a griddle, folded in half, and filled with mashed fried beans, crumbled hard cheese, and a type of sour cream known as mantequilla. From this humble base, one can add scrambled eggs, avocado, or grilled meat. It is a versatile and beloved staple, eaten for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and sold everywhere from street carts to restaurants. Corn, a sacred crop for the ancient Maya, remains a cornerstone of the diet. Corn tortillas are the constant companion to most meals, often made fresh by hand each day, a rhythmic sound in the kitchen. Tamales, known as nakatamales, are a special occasion food, a savory corn masa filled with pork or chicken, potatoes, and vegetables, seasoned with achiote, wrapped in a banana leaf, and steamed for hours. Making them is often a family affair. On the Caribbean coast, the cuisine takes on a different, vibrant flavor profile. Coconut milk is a key ingredient, used to prepare everything from rice and beans to fresh seafood stews. Sopa de caracol, or conch soup, is a famous and beloved dish. Its rich, creamy broth, a taste of the sea. Fried fish, served whole with slices of fried green plantain, tajadas, and a pickled onion slaw, is a quintessential coastal meal. The sea provides an abundance of fresh ingredients, from conch and lobster to a wide variety of fish. Throughout the country, tropical fruits are an everyday treat. Juicy mangoes, sweet pineapples, papayas, and passion fruit are plentiful and affordable, often enjoyed fresh or blended into refreshing juices called licuados. Food is the centerpiece of family life. A shared meal is a time for connection, for conversation, and for reinforcing the bonds that hold the family together. To understand life in Honduras is to understand its profound connection to the natural world. The landscape is not a passive backdrop, it is an active, powerful force that shapes daily life, provides sustenance, and inspires a deep sense of national pride. The country is blessed with an astonishing level of biodiversity. The Caribbean coastline stretches for hundreds of kilometers, offering everything from bustling port cities to tranquil Garifuna fishing villages. Offshore, the Bay Islands of Roatán, Utila, and Guanaja are jewels of the Caribbean, home to a spectacular coral reef system that teems with marine life, making it a world-renowned destination for diving and snorkeling. The interior of the country is a rugged, beautiful world of mountains and forests. The Central Highlands are the heart of Honduras's coffee-growing region, where the high altitude and cool climate produce some of the world's finest beans. National parks like Pico Bonito near La Ceiba and Celac, home to the country's highest peak, protect vast areas of pristine cloud forest. These forests are home to an incredible array of wildlife, including jaguars, monkeys, and hundreds of species of birds like the resplendent quetzal. In the Far East lies the vast, remote wilderness of the Mosquitia, one of the largest remaining rainforests in Central America, a land of rivers, lagoons, and indigenous communities. This natural world is the playground and the provider for the Honduran people. On weekends, families flock to the rivers and beaches to escape the heat, to swim, and to share a meal together. Hiking in the mountains, exploring waterfalls, and fishing in lakes like the beautiful Lake Yojoa are common pastimes. Life is lived in tune with the tropical climate, with its distinct rainy and dry seasons that dictate the rhythms of agriculture and daily activity. This deep daily interaction with nature fosters a powerful connection to the land, a sense of place that is fundamental to the Honduran identity. For all its natural landscapes and traditional villages, Honduras is a nation in the 21st century. A network of highways connects the major cities, but the heart of the country is still best explored on the winding roads that climb into the mountains and trace the coastlines. The most iconic form of transport is the chicken bus, a decommissioned North American school bus, brightly painted with elaborate designs and often customized by its driver with chrome and extra lights. These buses are the workhorses of the public transport system, a vibrant, affordable way to travel, connecting even the most remote villages to the wider world. In the cities, modern life is evident. Shopping malls, fast food chains, and modern office buildings are common sights. Mobile phones and high-speed internet have connected communities in ways that were once unimaginable, allowing families to stay in touch with relatives abroad and opening up new opportunities for business and education. The healthcare and education systems are a mix of public and private options. While there are excellent private hospitals and schools available to those who can afford them, the public systems often face significant challenges with funding and resources, particularly in rural areas where access can be limited. Life in modern Honduras is a constant balancing act, a negotiation between past traditions and modern pressures. It is a society where a farmer in a remote village can use a smartphone to check coffee prices, and where ancient traditions like the Guancasco, a ceremony of peace and brotherhood between Lenca communities, are preserved and celebrated alongside the conveniences of contemporary life. For the young people of Honduras, life is a landscape of both opportunity and challenge. Education is seen as the primary path to a better future, and families make great sacrifices to ensure their children can attend school. The public school system provides a foundation, but for higher education, many aspire to attend one of the national universities or the growing number of private institutions that offer a wider range of specialized fields. Upon graduation, young Hondurans face a critical choice. The domestic job market can be competitive, with limited opportunities in certain professional fields. This reality leads many to seek opportunities abroad, joining the large Honduran diaspora in the United States and Spain. This migration is often a difficult and heartbreaking decision, a trade-off between economic advancement and the pull of home. However, there is a growing and passionate movement of young people who are choosing to stay, becoming entrepreneurs, artists, social activists, and community leaders. They are opening small businesses, from specialty coffee shops to eco-tourism ventures. They are working in conservation to protect their country's natural heritage. They are using technology to create new opportunities and to tell their own stories to the world. They are deeply proud of their heritage and are committed to building a better future for their country, tackling its problems with creativity. For this generation, life is a navigation between the deep-rooted values of their culture and the possibilities of a globalized world, a journey to find their place and make their mark in the country they love. The rhythm of day and night in Honduras is a study in stark contrasts. The daytime is for work, for commerce, for moving forward. The sun is intense, and life is lived with a sense of purpose and energy. The city markets are a hive of activity. The farms are busy with the tasks of the season, and the roads are filled with the steady flow of people making a living. The energy is outward-focused, a reflection of a society built on hard work and perseverance. As the sun begins to set, a palpable shift occurs. The fierce heat of the day softens into a warm, breezy evening. This is when life turns inward, toward family, friends, and community. The workday ends and the social day begins. People return to their neighborhoods, and the streets come alive in a different, more relaxed way. Neighbors gather on their porches to talk. Children play in the last light of day, and the air fills with the sounds of conversation, laughter, and music drifting from open windows. The evening meal is the anchor of the day, a time for the family to gather, to share stories, and to reconnect. In the towns and cities, local restaurants and cafes become gathering spots for friends. This is not a culture of quiet, isolated evenings. It is a culture of shared experience, where the end of the day is an invitation to come together, to relax, and to reinforce the human connections. Life in this beautiful nation is not without profound challenges. Economic inequality remains a significant issue, with a wide gap between the wealthy and the poor. Finding stable, well-paying employment is a constant struggle for many, a primary factor driving migration. The country's geography also makes it vulnerable. Honduras lies in the path of hurricanes, and its mountainous terrain is susceptible to flooding and landslides, which can devastate communities. Infrastructure, particularly in rural areas, can be lacking, with inconsistent access to reliable electricity, clean water, and quality healthcare. There is also the ongoing challenge of conserving the nation's incredible natural resources in the face of deforestation and development pressures. The country also grapples with a reputation for instability, a narrative that often overshadows the peaceful reality of daily life. These are the daily realities that Hondurans confront with pragmatism, faith, and an unyielding resilience. So why do people choose to stay? In a world that offers other possibilities, what is the powerful magnetic force that anchors people to this complex and beautiful land? The answers are found not in grand monuments or economic statistics, but in the simple, profound truths of daily life. They stay for the unbreakable bonds of family, for the comfort of a community where they are known, valued, and supported, where their history is shared and their future is intertwined. They stay for the simple, priceless feeling of belonging. They stay for the culture, for a way of life that is rich with music, flavor, and a warmth that cannot be easily replicated. They stay for the profound connection to the land itself, the mountains, the sea, the light, the air. This is not just a place to live. For Hondurans, the land is a part of their identity, an ancestral connection that is both spiritual and historical. In a world that is increasingly homogenized and fast-paced, Honduras offers a powerful and distinct sense of place. It is the feeling of home. It is a connection that is woven into the soul, a heritage that is a source of immense and unshakable pride. Honduras exists in a constant, delicate balance between its ancient heritage and its modern aspirations, between the untamed beauty of its natural world and the formidable challenges of development, between a quiet, traditional way of life and the complex realities of the 21st century. It is a place shaped by the rhythm of the seasons, the strength of its families, and a quiet, unwavering spirit that refuses to be broken. Here, life is measured not by its ease, but by its depth. It is found in the warmth of a shared meal, in the beat of a familiar song, in the comfort of a community that stands together. and in the simple, profound beauty of a land that is and will always be home. This is the rhythm of life in Honduras, a story of resilience and community, lived in the true heart of Central America.